think we're good?
We are live. We're rocking.
We are live.
Hey guys, it's John here from the Acoustic Shop again from the 2024 NAMM show in Anaheim, California. It has been a rocking day. This is a busy day here. Like there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's
good to see the show being alive and like seriously alive after years of COVID.
It's great, and it's great to have you guys back. Guys, we're at the Furch booth right now. I'm with Peter Furch, so nobody better to talk about Furch than Peter. I mean, this is your name. You know this stuff.
Yeah,
you should know all about it. So again, I've got Trent behind the camera this time, so the camera work should be good, unlike the other ones where Jason was. And I also have Janelle right now monitoring for comments. If you guys have any questions, please tell us where you're watching from. Tell us what you guys want to see from Furch and what's new. We're going to cover some of the stuff that is happening that's new and exciting for Furch guitars and all kinds of stuff. So anything going on that we need to know just to start out with, Janelle?
We have Steven saying, I love my 2010 Stonebridge Furch.
He's got a touchdown. Say that again.
2010 Stonebridge.
That's a Stonebridge. So this guy has a Stonebridge guitar, and he still loves that one very much, which is what the original guitars that came in from Furch were.
That's
titled,
right. Yeah. Probably in about like 2002, 2003. We were, trying to get into US market, and this kind of distributor we teamed up with back then. They said, okay, maybe the Furch name wouldn't work so well, so we came up with the Stonebridge name. But after 15 years later, he said, okay, well, Furch name is getting like a much more attention, much more popular, much more stronger. So we said, well, right now that would be a good time to switch back to Furch, and we did back then. But yeah, Stonebridge guitars were like 100% our product. It was completely in line in a product range of Furch guitars. We were building stuff, so that's that's our guitar.
That's excellent. So one thing I want to cover before we even get into guitars, because I still get people that argue with me, and this is your name, so we're going to do this. It is pronounced Furch. It is not pronounced Furch, and let's get it straight, right?
I heard many variations from different parts of the world, about the Furch name. So yeah, it's actually pronounced Furch.
Furch.
Yeah, you got it almost right.
Almost?
Yeah. No, the H at the beginning, CH at the end is it's kind of special Czech thing. So it's a H.
There you go.
Furch.
All right, we're gonna go with that. Here's the best part about this. This is built in Czech Republic.
That's right, yes.
Furch is there. Tell us what is new and exciting, because you guys have done a revamp of how you're building guitars right now. It keeps evolving into a new thing, correct?
Oh yeah, evolution is a nice word for it, So we are not doing any revolutionary stuff. We just step by step re-evaluating what works for us in the current model range, and we're trying to basically improve what's working for us, and get rid of what's not working for us. Yeah, so that's why we keep kind of thin portfolio enough, but a fresh portfolio enough. That's what we do. Yeah. So.
That's awesome. So there's some new stuff that we want to cover here, and that's part of this evolution that's going on. One thing is bringing back. Well, we changed some new things with the Violet series, correct? So now we're bringing in a deluxe.
Exactly. Deluxe, basically in our terminology, means that it's got a bevel. That bevel duo, I should say, because bevel duo is kind of our thing. I was always kind of like I always liked bevels. It's a nice. It looks good, but most of the manufacturers do bevel on the top because it's easier to bake. And it does the marketing thing. You can see that when you have the guitar and you see the guitar on the stage or on the wall, you see that thing. But if you just look at how bevel should work, ergonomic, it should be comfortable, then it's actually back bevel, which is get great for your ribs. This is more important in terms of ergonomics. So that's why I said, okay, if we're gonna do bevel ever, we will do front and back, because that together is a very powerful thing, so that works. And so bevel duo is the thing which we have. And we started on a Red Deluxe years ago. We basically, to be honest, we learned how to do bevels.
Sure.
We tried, that it works and so on. And then I wanted to bring it back to the like more entry level guitars. Well, basically I wanted to have a bevel duo to be accessible for people. So that's why we developed this like a 3D printing technology, how to fit it all together. And now it's already on our Violet series. So yeah, I just show you.
You
how
have one? A lot of people in the booth here today, so we're going to work our way around it.
So yeah.
Look at this. We have a bevel up front now in a classic color in black, matte black, and then of course this one as well. I like to say it's less for my ribs and more for this, whatever this is right here.
Yeah, but you know, have a look at this. You know, when you're holding guitar like this.
It leans
It's
back.
just, you know, it feels like a much smaller body. And yeah, well, if you're playing for a couple of hours, which, well, we do sometimes, right? Then this just works together. So yeah, this is already on our, on our Violet series, our entry-level guitar. Again, all solid guitar, nice wooden bevel. This one is our special 3D printing and
Much more comfortable, much easier to play, and now available in pretty much all the color lines, right?
Yep.
You can get it
almost there.
Almost?
Yeah.
Excellent. So there's also been a change now to the green series, which I don't see right now, but somebody has a green series. But the green series is going to go back to being a gloss finish again, correct?
Yeah. Well, we actually keep the green series, we call Green Pure, which will keep the full pore satin finish, which for some people actually we feel like a more like a minimalistic design. That works, that's nice.
Sure, I know a lot of people that love the look of a satin finish. There's other people that love the look of the gloss finish.
Exactly. So we said, okay, but we, green actually in a satin finish work for us in some way. So we don't want to get rid of it completely. But standard green series is gonna be back in gloss, in high gloss, which was, well, you know, to be honest, we needed to do satin finish because of like a capacity, limitations. Right now we increase the capacity, so we can bring high gloss back again. Because I can tell you, our high gloss finish, it's a tough one to do. You know, we are very precise with the thickness, about quality of the surface, and all technology is not easy to make because we are using our formula of UV finish to enhance basically the acoustic performance of the body. And so it's not easy to make.
Yeah,
but we can do it now on the green again.
And of course, that one with the gear just walked off, but this is the way it works. Yes, Janelle?
Did you say that there was something 3D printed on it?
Is there something 3D printed on it? Did you say that? That's what somebody heard you say.
Oh yeah, on a bevel?
Yeah.
On a bevel? Yeah.
Yes, there is, on that bevel. So I'm going to assume it's probably the black bevel section right here.
Well, you cannot really see it because we want not this to be visible. But this section is actually 3D printed. Now then here it's the standard, let's say, standard binding actually
ABS
is connecting. And here is also standard binding connecting. You could ask why 3D printing, because it's expensive technology, and of course maybe you can just fit a piece of plastic over here and that's it. But it's actually not, to achieve the good quality of this like a bevel, and so the connection is very clean, and it's actually quite complicated shape to kind of put it together. Okay. So that's why I decided for 3D printing, because we can adjust it. We can a little bit play with how to design it more and more precisely, and we actually did redesign 3D printed bevel over years, step by step, to the quality which you can see.
Plus,
right
it's going to
here.
make for a more consistent bevel too. If you're hand doing that, it's not going to have that same exact contour.
Yeah, that was it. I knew when I started to introduce and started to think about the bevels to be on a let's say more accessible model, like in a $2,000 range or $1,000 range. You know, I knew that it's gonna take time. It's not gonna be just the first time and we're gonna hit it and it's gonna work best. I knew that there will be development, it will be step by step. So yeah, we've been improving it in the meantime, you know, and improving quality. And actually, that's the spirit of Furch. You know, we are sort of like an engineers company, I would say. So our company is dynamic. We're always finding new ways how to improve the quality of guitars, and yeah, that's how we work.
Yeah, that's the way it should be. That's awesome.
I'm having someone say, please ask about their nylon strings.
All right, we'll check on the nylon strings. Did you guys bring any nylon
Oh yeah,
strings?
we don't have it here today.
All right, they do make a nylon string. We have had it in the past in the shop, so we'll catch on to that one here in a little bit. But I do want to talk about the little Jane. Let's move on to the little Jane.
Yeah, give me a sec.
So, little Jane now is going to have more options. Instead of just the cedar top and mahogany back in sides, we're now going to have more options on the little Jane. So now we'll have a spruce top with a rosewood back and sides. Is that correct?
Yeah. Spruce top and rosewood back and side was quite often actually asked. You know, there was
Sure.
big demand for that even before. But we knew that if we want to put together spruce top and Indian rosewood backing sides, which is kind of like a best combination of woods
Sure.
and very common combination of the woods, we have to redesign whole thing a little bit in terms of visuals. You know, like a binding has to be slightly different.
Sure.
So that's why we brought model 11. And model 11 has spruce top and Indian rosewood back inside. But in the model 10, we're gonna have mahogany top and back and sides, little Jane.
So all mahogany version.
All mahogany, that's right. And we're gonna have like a Sitka spruce and mahogany back and sides. So basically, 3 little Janes in model 10 and 1 model in model 11. You know, so it's a higher range.
That's very, very cool. So we'll have more options. And then there's going to be a limited batch also of Cocobolo we will probably have in the shop as well. So that's kind of a new thing that came in this year. The dark yellow. This is a really great look right here.
Oh yeah.
Tell us more about what's going on here.
Oh yeah. We tried Indian rosewood tops in the past. You know, I done a couple of guitars like that. I like the sound, yes, for sure. It's got a little special sound, of course, because the wood has got a little bit different nature than Sitka or cedar. But what I like the best, honestly, is the looks. You know, that's why I call it dark yellow. It's we have changed the look a little bit. We have like a dark saddle, dark nut. You know, and we also put on like this like a linear positioning marks, which
I love this position mark. This was on the red too, right?
Yeah. We started on red, and now it's on all Deluxe series as well. So even Violet Deluxe comes with this like a positioning mark. It's very attractive, which I love it.
Again, we'd love to give you tone demos of this right now. This is not the room. You guys will not be able to hear enough to know what is going on here. So I'm sorry for that. We would definitely give tone demos, but we definitely check them out as well to make sure that they're really, really cool.
They're actually telling us we sound pretty good this time, which
Awesome.
is
Well, that's
pretty ironic, seeing I think this is our loudest
It is so
one.
loud in here right now.
Yeah.
What else is new for this year? Anything else that we haven't already covered?
Real quick,
Well, yes,
was that
something
rosewood
which-
top and back?
Yes, it was rosewood top, rosewood back on the yellow dark. So very, very cool. Of course, the Rainbow Series, this is where you get to customize your own guitar. Lots of tone woods. You guys have a big collection of high-end tone woods, and you can do custom work. And
Oh yeah. You can visit our configurator on our website, and you can just you can just try to put together different options yourself actually. So we do custom guitars.
Yeah. Again, guys, Furch is really doing some amazing stuff. You guys know we've been a fan. Oh, I know what's really exciting right now.
Yeah.
This is was just told to me. The Vintage One. One of the things that we got, and it was also due to that capacity situation,
Exactly.
was it went down, always was the hand rub finish that was always on all the vintage series.
Yep.
And we sell a lot of vintage series in the Acoustic shop. It was
yeah.
probably one of our favorite, our most sold lines. But the Vintage One went away with that and went to a satin finish. And you were just telling me it was due to capacity, not being able to get enough guitars out with that.
Yeah.
But this year reintroduces Vintage One with the hand rub finish,
Exactly.
correct?
We are coming back to the vintage finish, vintage and brush finish, and we're also introducing like let's say more entry-level vintage series. It's going to be Vintage Pure with open pore finish. Basically, you can you can compare it to Blue series. It's going to be same range. Materials combination,
But
also,
in-
but
but in
vintage
vintage
vintage design. So that's
Which is cool. So I guess the big term for you guys to remember out there is Pure now is going to be a satin finish pretty much all the way across. If it says Pure on it, it will be a satin finish.
yes. It's always like that actually. Yeah.
Okay. So on all the lines, it will now be Pure is going to be that. And if you see the other ones, they're going back to their standard finishes, which is what they were the Vintage 1. Vintage 2 and 3 always stayed the same. but the vintage one was the one that went down to a satin finish.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's going to be
Yeah.
available in both. So those of you who love that satin finish, it's still going to be there. It's just going to be different. So awesome.
Yes.
Any other questions before we get on out of here? She's
So you
checking
can
right
build
now.
a guitar on the website like Chris Martin builds his BMWs.
Huh?
So you can build a guitar on the
Yeah.
website like Chris Martin
You
builds a
can build a
BMW.
guitar like you do actually, this is becoming a very popular thing with all the manufacturers right now. Your configurator. They were asking about your configurator.
Okay.
So you can literally go online and kind of figure out your own guitar. That's going to be the Rainbow Series. There's
Exactly.
a lot of companies that are kind of coming that, and it's so good. Huh? There's somebody asking about
yeah,
this.
bring it on.
You do have one. Oh.
Let me jump in.
Peter said you didn't have one. So
Well, we didn't
I
have one on
overheard. I was busy
we-
with something else, but I overheard.
Yeah,
you
that's
looking
right. We
for
didn't
this.
have one on the display, but thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah.
We
So,
went to the side. It's been so
yeah, this is
popular
our
lately.
Great Nylon series, GN4 we call it. So cedar top, rosewood back and sides. It's a not classical guitar. It's a nylon string guitar, but not classical. The way we designed this instrument is that it's actually for the guitar player, not classical player, but the really guitar player. So the ergonomics of the neck is just a standard smooth V-shaped neck as we have. It's got all the technology, voicing of the top, CNR system inside of the neck, but the ergonomics are designed to be like a familiar for an acoustic guitar player. And so if you are looking for sound to your tune or to your composition with a classical sound, but you are playing acoustic guitar all day long, this is the instrument for you.
these
That's
come
the design, yeah.
with pickups almost always, right?
Oh yeah, it's an option. It's an option, but yeah, very often, very common option, I would say. Yeah.
I would say it should come with that as
Yeah.
well. So there you go. It's beautiful. I love the inlays. You guys are really coming up with some really great classic, not overdone inlays, and I really like that a whole lot. I like that they're toned down to be just classy.
I like simple designs, you know.
I'm with you.
And yeah, it's difficult to make it. It's extremely difficult to make simple design work because you have to be focused on tinier details, you know, and so on and so. Yeah, once you achieve that, once you achieve this like a sweet spot, it's much more rewarding, and I just like it better this way. So yeah, that's probably you can see that through our line. That's kind of like a
But let someone
style.
do the talking and
Yeah.
do the thing, which I think is great. We're gonna do again. One of these days, we're going to do a trip out. We're going to film some stuff out at your facility out there. We'll go back and visit
Yeah.
our mutual friend, Pruka. He's such a
yeah,
great
yeah,
dude. We'll talk banjos, and then we'll talk about guitars, all in the same area. It'll be great.
Okay, yeah, that would be amazing.
It will be. I just love it. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. This is the NAMM 2024 at the Furch booth with Peter Furch. I absolutely loved getting to chat with you. It was a whole bunch of fun because you were able
Thank
to
you
give us
very much.
another perspective on what's going on with your guys' stuff. Very cool to have you guys. Again, hit that like and subscribe button because we're going to be back with episodes all here. Live shows all week long, almost every hour today. So stick around. We'll have more coming up. But again, Peter Furch Guitars.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you
you
all
very
so
much,
much.
guys.
We'll see you later.